that version you've been working on, that place where you've been working on to get to, all that stuff, the aims, the goals, the transition is coming in this cycle. Okay, it's coming in this cycle. So get ready to play. Hi everyone, and welcome to Our Sky, Our Story. My name is Kelita Sahliah. I am a real angel. I'm a mother, and I also dabble in crypto. So make sure you check out my Crypto Angles podcast, where I link astrology and cryptocurrency together. Now, this is astrology of the sky. We use the visible sky over here, not mainstream astrology. So the luminary star placements will be different. Astrology happens in the sky. It makes more logical sense to look at the sky to see Wagwan. So yeah, I do have videos linked below in more depth of why I choose the sky. So check out all the links and the videos linked below as well. But these are the positions of the luminaries that will be on the 26th. And we're going from the 26th to the 22nd of November, 26th to 2nd of December. Oh gosh, the year is almost done. So never believe me. Google it. You can Google the Sky Live, get an astronomy app, or help yourself to this calendar and see that. So these calendars are in alignment with the visible sky, and you can follow along with the app if you would like to. So this is the new one. It's amazing. The quality is much better, and we've also linked the zodiac to the body as well. So it's there, it's available. And this one, there is a sale happening right now, 40% off, so do help yourself off to that. And also the physical copy is it's even less, so if you want to grab that, do grab it, okay? But anyway, let's get into this video. So we usually start off with numerology because we are entering into December, deaths, and then we'll get into the transits of the video, then the moon transits. We'll then clarify with tarot, and then we'll come back to the present moment, because the present moment is all that matters. Excuse me, confirmation burp. So anyway, let's get into it. I have 50 minutes on the clock. I've got 50 minutes on the clock, so this can't be a long video, Kelita. So let's get into the numerology straight away. Anyway, so we start with, I do 3 numerologies if you are new. I do the Gregorian calendar. I do the original calendar. For example, Des is 10. It's the 10th month or month. Gregorian calendar is just inaccurate. And then we do the moon, the 13 moons as well. So I do 3. So I'd need you to breathe in with me and breathe out, because we are occupying all of those energies as we enter into December. So let's start. I've had a 1st degree burn with boiling hot water, but it's starting to peel and my skin looks kind of healed underneath, so I'm happy with that. So anyway, we've got Greg. All right, just Greg. Okay. Greg for the Gregorian. Greg, we're getting 12 plus 2, 2, 3. So we've got 12 plus 2, 2, 3. 2023, and then you add the month. That's how you get the month's numerology. And that equals, what does it equal? 10. It equals 10. So we're getting the binary code, and then that breaks down to 1. Okay, so 1's the important number there. And then we're getting the 13 moons. So that is, no, we're getting the original. So for the orig, I just write orig, it's 10, as December is the 10th month. 2, 2, 3 equals 8. So we're getting that 8 number there. And then 13 moon. I'll just write 13 moon, which is 9. We're in the 13th moon cycle right now of the year. And that gives us 16, 7. I like to write what I like to write the number, kind of like what makes that number, because these essentially are the energies behind it. So we're looking at all of them right now. So how I see it, ultimately, the 13 moon cycles is how the hologram functions. So this is why these energies are involved. Obviously, this is our original calendar, so the energies are involved as well. And then this is like the world stage. The Gregorian calendar is the world stage. Though what I've noticed, it always equals what the natural month is. Okay, so we're getting 10, 10. So it's still that one energy anyway. So that's why all of them are important. So with 16-7, we're getting 1 again. So we're getting another 1 energy. So we've got that boldness, that assertiveness, and new coming in to have a structure. So 1 represents, it does represent structure in essence, in frequency, vibration. It is that light that pierces through to allow the other energies to coil around it and to exist. So it creates that structure. So in essence, we've got this newness in general, we've got this foundation, we've got this new piercing for energy to exist. Okay, so we've got that as a basis. And then we've got the 6. The 6 energy represents the material. It's all about the material. It's got like the pregnant it's like a pregnant woman's belly. So it's that birthing material. If you look at dimensions, and if you check out my video on the fifth dimension timeline is now activated, I explain all the dimensions up to dimension 6. Excuse me, confirmation burp again. But dimension 6, ultimately, it's the prism on top. We are inverted at the bottom and we live in this density, and dimension 6 is at the top, and it looks like a kaleidoscope, and basically every single choice, every single timeline, everything exists within the 6th dimension, and it represents that anything can be birthed basically and materialized. So you basically choose and it becomes material. So we've got this newness, we've got materialization happening, these energies this month, as well as the 7 energy. So this 7 energy, from like a biblical perspective, it can represent completion. In 6 days, the world was created, and then the 7th day the rest happened. It was like enjoying, it was playing and truly like just enjoying what you had created basically. So it also does represent wisdom's up on there, but a bit of solitude, because it's like from what you have created, it's that solitude moment, that introspection of what you have done. So this newness and what's being created. So it's kind of like what is being birthed, the 7 energy, it's truly appreciating it. It's possibly self-reflection, it's completed. You're ready to experience this now, but it's that gratitude period. So I will say in December, even if you're feeling more to be in your own energy a bit, I know we're entering into these holidays where it's like, yeah, all this social, I'll be honest, I'm kind of just feeling to interact with me on my own when necessary, but I'm generally just feeling to chill, and this natural feeling that I'm getting, maybe because something is being birthed into the reality. So it's just like, yes, let me just appreciate what's here. Okay? So yeah, just kind of imagine if you've been working on something and then it's come to fruition, you've been putting into work into anything, and it's just like, wow, let me just enjoy it. Let me just, really enjoy it. So that is the 7 energy. Going on to the 8 energy, 8 is It's the toroidal field in essence. So on the original calendar, we're getting this new toroidal field energy, this new energy that is being attracted to us. It can represent wealth, but wealth through more balance. You need balance because 8 can be wibbly wobbly, and consistency and work. So that is the 8 energy when it comes to wealth, and it's just like having that balance, having that consistency. It can create that flip, as we've got the 8 at the bottom. It's experiencing the lows, and then as you kind of go up and around, you experience the opposite side of that energy. So it's kind of like, yeah, keep that in mind and enter in a new toroidal field with how you're ready to play and just fully experience what is being birthed here. Okay. And then in the Gregorian calendar, which is still this energy as well of the original, we're getting the 10 and the 1. The 10 is the binary code of our reality. It's the base code of our reality. That's all that exists. 0 and 1s. 0 is feminine, 1 is masculine. Put them together, you then get the spiral that spirals out. Okay, so it is existence itself. So keep in mind, the binary code of the reality is changing now. I don't know if you've noticed a change, even just energetically today, if you're watching this video, but I've even had the matrix glitching. Something glitched for me. I printed something on a paper and it's changed on the paper. So things are wild, things are crazy. But anyway, it's the binary code. So the binary code is changing. It's potentially changing because something is being birthed. You're ready to experience that, and your energy, your toroidal field is changing. As I says, we are energetically changing to attract these, and it's starting now. Like, I know I've been saying, oh, energy is starting now, etc., etc. But as we enter into the Ophiuchus energy, this is where transformation, the energy transformation begins, which will draw these experiences to you. Okay, and of course the 1, it's going back to this 1 energy of this newness, this light projection to allow the other energies after to follow in this new way. Okay, so my biggest thing I'd say is whatever you have been personally working on, getting done, keep trusting yourself, keep going. It's been tiring, it's been toilful, but keep going for sure, because things are coming into fruition. Like, it really is. It really is. So do let me know if you liked the numerology, if you like the fact that I go into the 3 different numerologies, if it helps to just bring, you know, just a bit more introspection, if you know what I mean, if you know what I mean. So anyway, let's get on to the transits now. Let's get on to the transits. Sure. We're doing the luminary transits right now. On the 27th, we've got Neptune. Neptune is moving. Oh, you know, I watched The Little Mermaid yesterday for the first time. I've attempted about 2 times and I just didn't get through, but I watched it and it was just beautiful, you know, with Haley, you know, the new one. So we've got that moving into Aquarius for a quick amount of time. We then have on the 28th Mercury. By the way, people, if you don't know all these symbolisms, like this is child, this is Chiron, and my calendar, it literally, oh dear, it tells you them all. We've got other star constellations that the luminaries enter in, and it literally tells you all of them. Our brain knows symbolism, so that's why I've not written it out on the calendar like this happens like this. If you can see, you've just got the symbols and where it's entering, because our brain recognizes symbolism. So it's kind of like we just remember. It's a learning calendar, and it's amazing. This will be available end of November, beginning of December, the 2024 to 2025, the physical copies, okay? And there will be a 15% off for a holy days, you know, because it's the holy days, basically. Christmas and all of that shiznit. So anyway, we've got the sun. Horrible. Is that the 29th? No. It's not the 29th. We've got the sun transiting into Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus, whatever you like to call it, however you pronounce it. But the sun's moving into Ophiuchus. So, what is all of this telling me? What is this telling me? Neptune it's retrograding, as you can see. It is retrograding. It was in Pisces. It's only moving into Aquarius for a short time. So as you can see, it retrogrades here in December. It stations direct on the 6th, and then it moves back into Pisces on the 12th. So this is just a little like final last touch ups of this Aquarian energy, okay, to help Saturn along. So we're going to link these two together right now. So Neptune represents our dreams, our illusions, our intuition. It's very feminine in nature. Neptune is Poseidon's trident. So that's why I was like, oh, I watched Ariel, but it's Poseidon's trident, and it's very watery in nature. It's known as being very delusional, but that's only because it recognizes the connection to everything being Poseidon's trident, basically, because that's what it is. It's Poseidon's trident. It has so much power. It recognizes the connection to everything. So this is why sometimes with this luminary, Delulu is the Solulu, because if you use your Delulu, your delusion, you can tap into your dreams, your visions. These even if the dream is so big, it kind of really doesn't matter, because you recognize the connection to everything. So you remember that dream is possible to reach, okay? So I do like to look at this luminary as well as reaching like your goals, your dreams. So pay attention what comes up to you the end of November into the middle of December, okay, before it stations direct. So with it retrograding, retrogrades offer a going over, a like tapping in, like, you know, crossing the I's, dotting the T's to make sure everything is in place. So then when it stations direct, it's moving forward with these things. So it gives us the time, basically. So because I says it's kind of like about reaching your dreams, tapping into like your intuition about your dreams, for example. So if anyone says, oh no, you can't really be doing that, trust your intuition, especially if you feel to still go in that direction with what you're dreaming about. And pay attention to your dreams as well, okay? Because that will, you know, it will tell you a lot. But anyway, as it's moving from Pisces momentarily to go into Aquarius, Pisces represents it's the end, it's the last zodiac in the wheel. So it represents that birthing potential to be birthed into a new reality. So in essence, before we are ready to be birthed into this new version of us, where we are reaching our dreams, where we are, you know, living them out because we've chosen them, we know it's possible, we're just crossing the I's and the dotting the T's of a little bit of this Aquarian energy. Now, keep in mind, Saturn is in Aquarius and it will be in there. You're just going to go forward, retrograde one more time before it leaves in 2025, okay? So, is that in this calendar? I think it's in this one when Saturn leaves. Is it in this one? No, it's still in it in February. Oh no, yeah, no. Where's Saturn? I think it might be March or April he leaves or something like that, or is it January? Anyway, it's in 2025. I'm sure I did it in that calendar, but we're ahead of time. We are really ahead of time. But basically, we're working our dreams, our intuition, the depths of ourselves, because Neptune is literally how you tap into the deepest aspect of yourself as well. It's working with this Saturn energy, because Saturn is time. We're spending a lot of our time within this Aquarian energy now. Okay, so this is being a bit more sociable. It's giving in nature. It's creating and it's creating and living out your projects, your unique ideas, your creative ideas, and it's all about that. It's giving. What are you going to give back? Because it's the water bearer. So it's big on like entrepreneurship as well. So it's kind of like, especially if you're in that direction, and how you want to give basically your dreams, your goals, your intuition, the depth of you is just crossing the I's, dotting the T's of this Aquarian energy, potentially on how you can remember in your dream about how you want to give and spend this energy. That's what's coming through. It's just like what you're spending a lot of your time on, your unique ideas. Ultimately, it's tapping back into your dreams of that, your passion, the depth of why you want to give what you're giving. Okay, why you want to give what you're giving. And we're filling in the blanks basically for the end of November to the beginning to mid-December. We're filling in the blanks of these dreams on how we're going to continue to spend our time to then implement this, to truly have this transformation that I mentioned, and just enjoying this energy of completion, just like, yes, retrospection basically. So that's what I'm seeing with Neptune going into Aquarius. Now, Mercury going into Sagittarius. Mercury is the winged god, Hermes. He's got wings on his feet. And, almost confirmation but there. And it basically represents our energy exchange. At like the top, it's all about energy exchange. So this is your thoughts process, your even if your body is in any type of dis-ease, that's how it communicates with itself. It's how you communicate with other people. As I say, this, what I'm doing right now, my communication, my voice, is my Mercury technology in full swing. And it represents money. So I do look at that luminary a lot when it comes to my Crypto Angles podcast, but it does represent monetary exchange as well. Mercury is all about money. Okay, so it's moving into Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, from the get-go, from its symbolism, and do stay tuned, throughout 2024 there will be videos being released going into depth about all of the symbolisms. Okay, Sun, Mercury, Moon, as well as the constellations, as well as the numbers. So do stay tuned for that. I've only done one so far and it's 0. I done a while ago, but it's going to be similar in nature. And we're gonna go deep to get a deeper knowing of all this stuff. So anyways, going into Sagittarius, but from the get-go, it's an arrow and it's pointing in a direction, so it shows focused direction for one. It represents travel as well, and this focused direction, it's like, you know where you want to go, whether that is traveling or whether that is the direction of your life. You just know where you want to go in at this time. And it represents like higher learning too. Sagittarius is the centurion, being half horse, half man. So it does represent higher learning in terms of education. This could be college courses, university courses, even higher education courses. It could represent all of that. But because he is a centurion, it also represents knowledge and learning from mysticism and esotericness as well. But not just, oh, I believe this and that's it. You are getting the facts, the logic, the reason. You're getting the receipts, the philosophy behind, for example, behind how the hologram works. You'll get the philosophy behind it, for example. So that's the mysticism part. So anyway, what I'm seeing when it comes to our energy exchange right now, we are going to be exchanging our energy in a way where we are focused and direct, and we know where we want to go and what we want to do. We will be exchanging our money in this direct way, whether that causes us to travel, whether that causes us to invest into courses so we continue to go that direction. Okay, so that's the monetary exchange. And when it comes to communication, you'd be communicating with people from a way where you're just showing that you are focused, you know what you're doing. You may have conversations where it's just more about these higher perspectives, this like, yep, this is what I want to do, that's where I want to go. So do keep in mind and do note, I do always say, don't just force this to fit. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay, don't force anything to fit. My aim here is just observing the sky and seeing if these natural technologies align with what we're actually doing. So just keep note, pay attention to how you communicate going into December. And I do want to point out, it is right now, as you're watching this video, it is in Ophiuchus. And it has been since the 15th, so it's obviously going to be in Ophiuchus till Tuesday, Mars Day. But how has your communications been? Have you been communicating with people in a transformative way to just be like, okay, yeah, this needs to change, or I need to do this, or yeah, like a energetic transformation basically? Do let me know. But anyway, the sun technology, the sun, it's moving into Ophiuchus on the 30th. So the sun represents our ego. Oftentimes people are just like, quiet the ego, blah blah, but the ego is necessary for you to have the lens of reality that you need to have the lens of reality on. Okay, it does run on autopilot and it can just click in and fuck shit up sometimes. However you're operating through a particular lens. So yeah, how it kind of works with the sun and the moon will get your energy in motion, you will then act, and then the sun, being the magnetism, will kind of draw these experiences to you, and then you see that experience through the lens it's operating through. So it will be a blend of whatever your sun sign is as well as where it's transiting. Okay, you will just be seeing reality through that lens. I am an Aries sun, so I'm just like fiery, fresh. Sometimes it feels like, even though things are boring, it's just, I just have this thing in me where it's just like, oh, this is new. And this is just like, yeah, I want to do, like, it's just there. And I'm like, oh my days. But yeah, so it's like, for me, I see that I'm potentially going to be seeing this whole new thing in a transformative way. Transformation. So Ophiuchus represents healing and transmutation of energy. So our energy is transmutating right now. As you can see, it's got the sine wave coil through it, which is the snake he is. The snake is the serpent bearer. Do you like my picture of Ophiuchus? Here's a better one. So he is the serpent bearer, and that sine wave pattern is the snake. So it's linked to magnesium on the periodic table. So I will say, do make sure at this time you are keeping up on your magnesium. That will be important. And essentially we are transforming. And I will say, I feel this is why Christmas and everything is so bombarded and so heavy. You go into a store, a shop, there's so many things. Buy this, buy this, buy this. You go onto TikTok, buy this, buy this, buy this. Like, shut up. No. So, and I feel it's because it's to just weaken the magnesium, weaken this natural transmutation of energy so you can transform and actually live in this new energy. You know what I'm saying? So stay healthy at this time. And I'm just generally seeing that your ego, you will see things through the opportunity of transforming, transmutating your energy. So you have the capacity to actually tap into your dreams, to work on this Aquarian energy. Okay, so this is where the transformation is happening. So you're able to play. All right, so you are able to play. But let's move now on to the moon phases, because I don't have long on the camera and we're already 29 minutes in. So do let me know as well. As I says, Mercury all of these, pay attention to your actual sign. I do offer birth chart readings if you would like, and though I do offer it, I still say ultimately you just need to trust yourself, and you don't need any of this at all. But a birth chart reading is available, and it's £20 for a standard and 25 for an extended, where we look into your child as well as cards of illumination and some numerology as well. The standard is just all of these luminaries. Okay, so keep that in mind, because after December the price will go up to £30 for an extended and 25 for a standard, because I go in deep. Okay, I go in deep. But anyway, moon transits now. So the moon on the 26th, we have a Taurus moon. On the 29th, we have a Gemini moon. Probably should have wrote these in a different color. And then on the 1st of December, we have a Cancer moon. Yeah, let me just, because my brain, just to see a bit better. Gemini moon, and then Taurus moon. Right, so what is this telling me? As I mentioned before, the moon is the mover of our emotions. It gets our energy, emotion, it gets our emotions moving, which then we act upon this emotion, this feeling, this intuition, whether it makes us sad, happy, angry, could be anything. We act upon it, and from the action that we do, because the world is a stage, it is a stage, the sun draws these experiences to us, and we see it through our own sun lens and whatever constellation it's also operating through. So as we're going into all of these energies, basically the moon is moving us in a way of, it's coming from the Aries energy on Sunday, day of the sun. So our emotions will be moving us in this fresh new way on Sunday. This, your spark may be ignited. It may be just like, yes, happy, you may be feeling that. The 20, you know what? It transits late. It transits later on this day. Okay, because this is the 26th, it's the Sunday. So it starts in Aries and transits, on the 26th. So, we begin Sunday fresh, just like, this new spark, your emotions moving you in this new way. And then as we go into Taurus on the Sunday as well, Taurus represents the toroidal field. So again, it's this 8 energy, though it's not kind of coming just yet, but it's this 8 energy of entering into this new toroidal field, because you've got Taurus and it's literally like a toroidal field. Can you see the 8? So it's a toroidal field of it, attracting new experiences into your reality. So the way our emotions are moving us, we're tapping into a new energy field to bring in different experiences to us in this Taurus moon. Okay, and Taurus representing all about the material. That's why it's the toroidal field, to bring experiences within your material. It covers all of the 6 senses: sight, taste, touch, smell, hearing, as well as intuition, because it is the material 6, and it covers love and money as well. So our emotions in terms of, love and money will be entering into this new energetic toroidal field. And because we are in a full moon, it is a full moon on Taurus, so when the moon is fully illuminated, it means that you can life is illuminated. It's kind of clear. You can trust your intuition, you can trust your feelings, your gut feelings. So when it comes to this new energy frequency, when it comes to how your emotions have moved you to want to interact with the physical reality, the material, trust yourself. And I'll say, yeah, trust yourself, because it's fully illuminated at this time. This illumination of how your energy would like to be moved in the material could reflect this whole, when your dreams are ready to be birthed. It could reflect this whole birthing that's happening, this retrospection, this new, again, toroidal field, and the binary code. So it could be impacting all of that, because your emotions are moving you like, yes, I want to experience my reality this way, for example. And then, of course, as the moon then moves into Gemini on the 29th, from this illumination, and of course the moon is still going to be illuminated, from this illumination of this new toroidal field, we enter into Gemini, which is fueled by Mercury. So again, this is coming back to energy exchange. Okay, so as our Mercury is going into Sagittarius, this new direction, we are illuminated. We can trust ourselves on how we are then exchanging our energy up until the beginning of December. Always trust yourself anyway, but it's kind of like working together. So the way your emotions are moving you to kind of communicate, whether it's about this Sag energy, this like, yep, this direction, this, or how you're going to do it, and your emotions and feelings about it, definitely trust yourself, because as Mercury moves into there to talk about that, Gemini, I notice when the moon's in Gemini, there may be an opportunity to communicate a lot more, or to get into deeper concepts, because you're talking a lot, basically. So do keep that in mind. Just pay attention to what comes up, especially when it comes around like this Sagittarius, this focused direction. All right. And then as the moon, the energy, the mover of our emotions, moves into Cancer on the 1st of December, the new moon, Cancer represents home and family. It is the crab. It can protect itself, but it's got that soft interior. It's fueled by the moon, so the moon is happy there. It's very nurturing in nature, and ultimately, I see it's about what you want to protect and nurture. What's valuable and important to you, that's kind of like home to you, that you want to protect and nurture. So I'm kind of seeing the way our emotions move us to exchange our energy with this Gemini and Mercury being there. This will then move us to then recognize what's truly important to us and what we want to actually protect and nurture. Okay. And whatever you find important to you could then also tap into how you're ready to energetically heal and transmute your energy. It could fall into, again, how you truly want to exchange your energy with Mercury in this focused direction. And it could highlight to you and illuminate what's important to you about your dreams, and how you truly want to give this within this Aquarian energy, and how you want to continue spending your time in this Aquarian energy of your unique ideas. Okay. So that is what I'm seeing there. I feel I've only got about 10 minutes left. So take a deep breath with me. We're moving on to the tarot, and then we'll come back to the present moment. Deep breath. And exhale. So, the Magician on the top of the deck. I would like to know what we're going to do. We're going to ask 2 sets of questions as we're entering into a new month. We're going to first ask what is the energies of like the numerology of this month, and then we shall ask what's happening this cycle. All right, so connect me. What is the energies of this month of December with the numerology for the collective? Can we have the clearest message, precise, clearest message? Okay, so we've got the Emperor. We had the 8 of Swords and the Emperor. They both come up in reverse. We are taking that. Anything else to clarify for the month? Last thing to clarify. We've got the 9 of Wands. Fascinating. Last clarity, anything else? Oh, that flew out right then. 3 of Pentacles. Interesting. Right, can we now have the energy of this cycle? So with Mercury entering Sagittarius, with Neptune going back into Aquarius, and the Sun entering Ophiuchus, with the Moon as well. What's the energy of this cycle? Clear and precise messages. Oh, okay. So can you see that there? We had, for this cycle, Ace of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles reversed, and 3 of Wands. We also have the top of the deck, 3 of Swords reversed, and 6 of Cups. So I feel that that is that. Okay, I feel that that is that. Let's have a read. Let's have a read. Where's my book? Oh, here it is. So, we'll go through the month first. We had 8 of Swords reversed and the Emperor reversed. What is that about? And then 6 of Wands. What's the Emperor for? Interesting, the Emperor's reversed. Let me just find them all. I like to just have my hand on them so I can get to it quicker. But do let me know if you liked the transits explanation. Any feedback will be helpful. I do like my feedback. And the 9 of Wands. So, did I find? I didn't even see the Pentacles. There we go. Right, so we had the 8 of Swords reversed. We've got self-sabotage, powerlessness, feeling trapped, waiting to be rescued, feeling victimized, floundering in feeling bound by your illusions. So this month we are not self-sabotaging. We're not feeling powerless. We're not feeling trapped anymore. We're not waiting to be rescued. Interesting. There's no victimization, and we're not bound by our delulu, our illusions. So we're not deep in our feelings neither. So this is interesting because it's this new energy of kind of completion, retrospection, self-reflection, and this newness, a new toroidal field, a possible like complete shift in energy with the 8 there, and birthing materials. So we then had the Emperor in reverse. So we've got power, authority, father figure, leadership, power of reason, insensitivity to others, feelings or desires, assertiveness, taking control, getting organized, working within a system, establishing law and order. This to me, I feel that because it's in reverse, we don't have that insensitivity to others. Maybe this is coming up because it's like Christmas time, happy time type of thing, like it's meant to be. But I'm just picking up a lot on this reflection energy. So this is why it's not just like, oh, law and order, it's just not so structured, so to say. You're kind of just in your own energy that way. Yeah, you're not just being assertive, even though the one energy is assertive in your own way, but where it's just like overly assertive to other people. That's kind of what I'm seeing. But there's no self-sabotage anywhere, and I feel that's because we're generally in this reflective mode of transforming. If your energy is transforming with this Ophiuchus energy, you've not got time to be like doing anything to other people. You're focusing on yourself. So we've got the 9 of Wands. We've got the 9 of Wands, feeling defensive and cautious, preparedness, expecting the worst, persisting, remembering past hurts, stay alert to yourself. Okay, so that's just making the story clearer. Maybe that's why the Emperor is in reverse, because past things may come up. As I says, we're still in this 7 energy. I've lost all my pages. We're still in the 7 energy. So, potentially what's kind of coming through may cause you to reflect. It fully may cause you to reflect. So we've got the 3 of Pentacles So this is cooperation, teamwork, skill, getting the job done, professional growth, being aware of your skills, being obsessed with detail, feeling competent. So this energy is here still in December. This being obsessed with the details. And I did say, because Venus is still in Virgo, if you are caused to still look at the nitty gritty bits of things, get it done, and it's still there for the overall month. So if you do have like these nitty gritty bits of stuff, looking at the finer details of things, analyzing all that type of stuff, definitely work on that energy. I do feel you aren't self-sabotaging, you're not, but there may be past feelings of just like, oh my days, could this happen? And that is completely fine, because at the end of the day, we kind of go off our experiences, don't we? We do go off of our experiences. So, and that could be part of the reflection. So just get in the energies for this cycle. I've got them all except the swords. Okay. So we're starting backwards at the bottom with the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords, it came up in reverse. This is about broken heart, discovering a painful truth, feeling let down, betrayal, hurting someone else, fear of losing, feeling alone. This cycle, there's no broken heartness, there's no fear of betrayal. So I will just say, be careful of this Nine of Wands energy of just like, oh, will this happen again? Because it's just generally not. Though this is the end of November. To be fair, these energies is like the ending of November, and then this is like for the month. But yeah, there's no really feeling let down. So this is why I feel it's kind of like this energy of like things being birthed and just observing it. Keeping to yourself though, and just observing it. And then we have the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups, we've got nostalgia, playfulness, goodwill, sentimental thoughts, childhood memories, doing a turn, a good turn, having a clear conscience. So a bit of funness coming in for the rest of this cycle. So trust yourself. You're just like, oh yeah, I want to have fun. Girls just want to have fun. Three of Wands. We then had exploration, foresight, starting a new journey, seeking the truth, looking for something different, visionary ideas, seeing how best to act. So yeah, if you enter into anything new this cycle, getting ready to, you know, transform into that energy and that capacity, then trust it. We do have the Five of Pentacles reversed. So that is Five of Pentacles. It means hardship, victim mentality, material difficulties, feeling excluded, neglecting your needs, soul searching, sensing that something is missing. So I'm seeing a feeling of completion, that nothing is kind of missing as we go into this cycle. Maybe things start slowly going your way. As I said, you're not being let down. Little nostalgia here and that type of stuff. So yeah, the hardship is generally over, and this is kind of going back to this Ophiuchus transmuting energy. So trust yourself, definitely trust yourself. There's no victim mentality, there's no this Eight of Swords is reversed as well for the month. So that victim mentality, this it's ending. This self-sabotage is coming to an end for sure. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles to finish off on. So aces are always new beginnings anyway, but we've got results, prosperity, abundance, being realistic, power to get what you want, being grounded and focused, seeing a way to achieve a goal, and trusting in the situation. So trust what happens that comes up this cycle. Definitely trust it for sure, because things are kind of coming in, if not slowly but surely, possibly tapping into that prosperity, that results of kind of what you've been wanting for a long time, you know. It's trusting in that. And yeah, you're seeing the results. As I says, we're not being let down. the hardships, difficulties are coming to an end, you know. So yeah, do let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense, if you liked it, if it resonated at all. And yeah, as I says, always take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Don't make anything force. Not got long on the clock, but let's come back to the present moment. Big breath. Okay, literally 1 minute to go. So the present moment, the moon right now is taking its Cetus watery dip. That's Cetus. It's Cetus watery dip, and of course the sun and Mars are moving both into, it's a terrible drawing, I've not got long on the clock, they're both moving into Scorpio. So we are going to enter into this deepness, this death, rebirth type of energy, and our true power, we're going to notice it now. Our drive, our passion, our ego is going to that, and our moon, the mover of our emotions, is now having this watery birth and this energetic upgrade on how your emotions begin to move. But yeah, if you like this, do let me know. If you would like a reading, do grab that, and of course make sure you check out this calendar or this calendar, and I'll see you in the next video.